This is a special edition of Weather Scope with the latest storm update.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Jill Brown here in the Weather Channel Forecast Center. We have some severe thunderstorms to tell you about down in Florida. We're going to work our way in that direction, but we have to start you in the northeast where we have a little bit of snow and some sleet, and it looks like we're going to see quite a bit more in the next few hours. First off, we take you to Philadelphia, which has danced around the freezing mark throughout the day. Rain turned to a mix of sleet and snow this morning and then turned back to rain later this afternoon. The city should not have any problems with icing tonight, but roads may get messy to the north and west of Philadelphia where colder temperatures are expected. And the nation's capital has also been very close to the freezing point. But temperatures have stayed in the mid-30s with rain all day long. However, west of Washington, at Dulles International Airport, they had rain that turned to ice pellets earlier in the day, and the rain should be tapering off later tonight. All right, let's give you some of the elements that are coming together to bring us this nasty, stormy weather that's only going to last for about 24 hours, so it's going to be a quick hit on this one. We have our strong southern branch of the jet stream bringing a disturbance northeastward. Watch the area of low pressure that's right along the coastline. As this moves up, the secondary area of low pressure will actually dissipate. It's the one along the coast that's going to start bringing that moisture in. And of course, that can bring us one of two things, of course, rain or snow. This time, we have an Arctic area of high pressure with some cold air at the surface. So it is going to be cold enough for snow, and we expect to see quite a bit of it. As a matter of fact, we'll also have some freezing rain. When you get cold air, a thin layer of cold air at the surface with the moisture over top with the warmer air, you can get freezing rain. That's usually the worst of it. Let me show you the surface map right now, and we'll show you what we do have out there. Where you see orange on the map here, sleet or freezing rain has been reported, and we have had that through south central Pennsylvania and down into parts of Virginia. Hagerstown, you've been getting freezing rain and sleet throughout the afternoon. And Washington, D.C., you're in pretty good shape at this point. As we showed you, mainly rain. It is raining and 38 degrees. Not a pretty day, that's for sure. It looks like we will continue to see rain in the next few hours to come. And a little bit farther to the south, we will see some rain and even some thunderstorms expected in the next few hours. So we're going to have to watch that pretty closely. Alrighty, I think we're having some problems with the computer, so we may not be able to show you what we have a little bit farther to the south, unfortunately. At this point, we do have more snow in the forecast, and as mentioned, a small band of 6 to 12 inches possible, anywhere from about New York City on up to Boston. So it looks like it's going to be late tonight into about half the day tomorrow that we will be getting snow, and we may get over 6 inches in a few locations, so expect to be shoveling one more day tomorrow. This is going to be a quick-moving storm, however. It's going to scoot out of here by late tomorrow evening. Alrighty, in the meantime, I want to take you back to the studio, and we can give you the details on what else is coming up as we head into the weekend. Alrighty, thanks, Jill. We'll take a look at the temperatures nationwide, and of course, with the temperatures hovering right around the freezing degree mark, right around Pennsylvania and into New York later on this evening, we will continue to see the snow coming down, the problems with sleet and freezing rain, especially in Pennsylvania. But right now in the south, it's pretty warm. It's 72 in San Antonio, 53 though in Dallas, and it's 70 in Jackson, Mississippi, 47 in Atlanta. You notice the cold air to the east of the Appalachians. It's what we call wedging, and it's cold outside if you're heading out to your car, heading home from work in Atlanta. 42 right now in St. Louis. It's 47 in KC. And in the west, still temperatures cooling off back behind our front. That's passed on through portions of Nevada and Northern California. It's 56 right now in San Francisco. We take a look at the big picture. This will kind of show us the temperature regime here, and we've still got the teens from the Dakotas into Montana. It is a chilly one today, and the current temp showing us a few 60s left over, and then the 70s throughout the southwest. But then notice back behind our front, 30s through much of northern portions of Nevada and into eastern Oregon. It's pretty messy here, and that's where our frontal system is. It's pushed through central California. It's cooling off, it's drying off. A few thunderstorms reported around Fresno today, and rainy weather around LA. Then here's our other front that Jill pointed out to you in the south, and our coastal low that will be developing and trekking on up towards the northeast. Okay, what's going on in the west? Well, we've got our low pressure system really spawning out plenty of rain and a lot of snow throughout the Sierras. We'll continue to see that snow flying, and we've got winter storm warnings out for the mountains of western Wyoming. Also, blowing snow advisories and wind advisories out for the Bighorn Mountains of Wyoming. Very gusty winds around this thing, and as we continue to see the snow flying and the rain coming on down, we'll see anywhere from 6 to 8 inches in the Sierras and very gusty winds, although by midnight a lot of these snows should be shutting off in the west. East. All right, how much snow are we expecting? This is through tomorrow night, through the Wasatch of Utah and even into western Colorado. Another quick 3 to 6 inches. And we'll see how the forecast is going to come on into play here. So here's the forecast for you. And what we're seeing is a rainy weather returning to the south again this weekend. Now, you thought we'd get rid of the rainy weather, but it is still with us. And here's what we're going to have. Our jet is basically our trough building in the west. And what's going to happen is, with all of the moisture still in abundance in the south and east, and that trough begins to shift over to the east, we will see plenty of wet weather, and that'll cause showers and thunderstorms across much of the mid-Atlantic and into the Mississippi Valley by Sunday.
Dave Roberts tonight. We're really ready for spring now, no kidding.
We are already. I'm telling you, April just a couple of days away. It does not feel like it hasn't all day long. Take a look. Chopper 6 was just barely up, just taking off here at Northeast Airport. Some snowflakes in the air, some planes on the ground, and let's check some numbers from the day. 37 degrees was our high temperature, came at 11:13 this morning, and 31 our low at 1:38 this morning. Hang on there, Chopper 6. Right now, 34 degrees, wind northeast at 12 miles an hour. For tonight, it's rain, it's sleet, it's snow, depending on where you are, 30 to 35, the overnight low temperatures. And tomorrow, rain during the morning hours, a little icy during the morning north and west of the city. Our high temperature tomorrow, 43 degrees. Well, yesterday in the AccuFacts file, we looked at last winter, and we noted that we're in a shift from El Nino to La Nina. Well, tonight we continue shifting gears. In recent years, we've heard a lot about El Nino, or little boy. It's a pattern of warm water in the eastern Pacific at the equator. They usually last a year or so, but this one has hung on for about 3 years and contributed to lots of things, flooding in California, a record hurricane season. Well, La Nina, or little girl, is now forming, and Pacific waters are below normal. And that means some changes. Usually, La Nina puts an extra chill into winter in the northern plains, western Canada, and Alaska. It's usually a dry winter for southern states, a quieter hurricane season in the Caribbean, and a very cold spring in Western Europe. Some of the changes from El Nino to La Nina, and we could use some changes,
yes,
but we're not going to get any, at least for the next,
Traffic moving normally here. We'll be back with Action News in just a moment.
Up to an inch of rain. We don't see any flood watches yet. We'll put those on the map if they come up, but we probably won't get over an inch of rain in any one place, but plenty of rain to talk about in West Virginia and on up into western PA. Also some ice, a little bit of sleet, a little bit of rain, and also snow, so it'll be pretty messy. You're going to probably see just about everything if you live in Pennsylvania, just a little bit of everything. And here's where through morning rush we'll expect the ice and a little bit of snow. Let's show you the quick radar in Florida and some very strong thunderstorms. We still do have a severe thunderstorm watch-out in effect for much of north and central Florida. No warnings out at this present time, although these thunderstorms are producing frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, even a possible tornado reported in Volusia County.